Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm hoping you guys are all having a wonderful day. So in today's video, I have to keep it a bit shorter. I am running a bit low on time, and it's not because there's not enough to talk about. There's plenty of stuff to talk about, which is probably why I'll be struggling to keep this short. But we'll be going over the severe weather threats. There isn't really one in particular that's significant, right? Obviously, the ones that are shorter out, less far out, are the ones that are greater concern. But there's going to be pretty much severe weather every single day, either at night, evening, noon, at some point across the eastern United States and really even the southern United States, especially with the tropical system bringing in its moisture. A lot of activity, to say the least. Chances of storms, strong winds, even a hail threat even a tornado threat. The hail threat is going to be one of the predominant threats during these events. The wind threat, yes, but I would say hail, wind, and then tornadoes in that ranking. But if you're new, hello, welcome. I talk about the weather here. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. Consider liking the video. If you are not subscribed and you like the channel, consider doing so. Okay, so first off, I want to start off by looking at the interactive radar. Here I'm just using my local station. That is out of Chicago, but notice it has a radar for the whole United States. What we see, well, we will be seeing a bit of thunderstorm activity across northern Minnesota, though it is just a small area of marginal risk. Notice it is starting to take place. No real thunderstorms yet. We do have a few right there, two of them, and a few lightning maybe strikes in between these showers. Nothing significant. There could be a lot of blossoming areas along this. This is a stalled out cold front right here, and it will be gradually exploding through the afternoon hours with showers and activity. Right now you can see not much going on. We do have actually though two very strong cells, especially one just north of Dayton. Not going over any highly populated areas, but it is on its way, probably going to make its way towards Dayton. They are seeing heavy rain right now just north and east of them, and this will probably go over similar areas. So again, maybe an inch of rain in total out of these. Yeah, that's quite a bit of rain. These, I was surprised yesterday. I got hit by some showers and thunderstorms, and they were decaying, right? They weren't as strong like this, but the rain that just fell with them, the drops of water were just massive, and the wind gusts were rather impressive, even for them being so weak at that stage. So yeah, definitely it caught me off guard, to be honest with you, and how strong they still were. And you can see more of these developing, and that will be the story. Notice across the southwest we do have some showers. They're light in nature, though. There are a few areas that are scattered thunderstorms. Again, that is much needed. They need any drop of rain. Unfortunately, this isn't any great relief, but at least it's something. You can see right there, just north of Reserve, New Mexico, Alpine, some showers and storms. So not too bad. At least they're getting something. And then right here, where they don't need the rain, they're getting the most rain. Unfortunately, that's how it works, right? Notice a band of shower storms. That's actual tropical disturbance storm. I think it's named Claudette, right? And notice New Orleans, Mississippi, Alabama, and yeah, it's going to continue rotating onto the line very slowly. That's definitely the biggest threat for flooding. In terms of severe weather alerts, I think there is a tornado watch across the Ohio area. Yep. So that is definitely a concern. Notice this one is actually, I think, yeah, it's a tornado warning. So again, if you're going to get impacted by this storm, even if the tornado warning is gone, probably the hail will be big. You could see quarter size, and again, that could be lasting much beyond the actual tornado. The tornado was a very small part of the thunderstorm. You can see right there, 1 inch hail. So, not gargantuan hail, but that's definitely heavy rain, and you could see potentially getting towards Dayton as this pushes on. So yeah, definitely a concern. I do want to say that a tornado, for example, in this storm would, just be a tiny little area. I don't know exactly where it is. I'm assuming somewhere in this quadrant, but it's not the whole system. So if you're going to get impacted by the storm, you're not going to get most likely hit by the tornado if there is one. But if you do, obviously that's going to be catastrophic. So yeah, if there's a tornado warning in this case or in any case, you are under a tornado warning, don't really stay outside and try looking for it or recording it. Sometimes it could be rain wrapped. You just go indoors, take shelter, and keep an eye on the situation, but from a safe distance from any windows and glass and whatnot. So notice this is the Storm Prediction Center. You can see it's not terribly high for severe weather, but the enhanced is a 3 out of a 5 in terms of the ranking of severe weather. So it's definitely there, and it's across a large area. Notice it is just south of Chicago, extends a bit into Detroit in terms of the slight risk, but the worst is across Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Iowa. And if you were to look at the radar right now, you'll be like, 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 what are they talking about? There's no risks. Well, again, it will be developing rather quickly towards the overnight hours or evening into the overnight. Again, tornado, small, but it is 10% across where that tornado watch is right now. So definitely a small but concerning area. Wind, you could see, pretty bad, and hail. But the hail is further on. These storms first develop across Iowa, Missouri, and as they progress forward eastward, they could develop these strong outflows from these collapsing thunderstorms, and that could obviously be still damaging. Okay, let's take a look at some high-res models, shall we? Let's take a look at the HRW V3. This is a very good model. It's honestly, the fact that it goes out to 60 and it's short range, it does better job in my opinion than like the HER model or the RAP in terms of thunderstorms. But notice, it does have flaws. Obviously, these type of situations are very, very hard to predict. Yesterday, they were talking about those thunderstorms that passed through southern Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana today, early in the morning, and yesterday overnight. And they were saying that there could be several scenarios, and literally even a couple of hours before the event date, didn't really know what happened because it's such a volatile, destructive, or not destructive, such a volatile and unstable atmosphere that it's like a chain reaction thing, right? One thing occurs that could derail the rest of the forecast and it kind of switches to a different path. So again, just keep your eyes open, and even if you're not under this, these brown, yellow, red areas, you could still definitely see thunderstorms, and some of them could definitely be severe. This is good, but it's not perfect, and that's, unfortunately not ever going to be perfect. So notice this is as around 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4. So right now what's going on, you can see that this model definitely got overexcited about storms across Michigan. There's really not much going on right now. So that wasn't that good. But notice that it does increase thunderstorm activity from those showers across Minnesota and across the Iowa, Missouri area towards tonight. And you can see they do explode. Some of them push, again, into areas that aren't under the severe weather risks, but they could definitely still see some rain, some showers, so don't get caught off guard. And notice this pushes into Ohio, Indiana, into West Virginia. So yeah, a lot of rain out of that, especially under the thunderstorm clusters. Definitely some hail, some wind, especially as it pushes on eastward. And then this is now Saturday, midday. You can see a bit earlier. They start firing off at around 2 to 3 o'clock tomorrow, further to the south, but definitely St. Louis, Louisville maybe getting in on some of that, maybe Kansas City. Again, this is probably going to be a bit different in reality, but it's still a good estimate of where they could line up. And then notice, late Saturday into very early Sunday, we see storms rake through Iowa, Nebraska, Sioux City, Sioux Falls, potentially much of southern Minnesota. Again, this may be underplayed or overplayed in certain areas. It's very hard to have a complete grasp on this. And then notice it brings these storms further towards the west, which again, these may be overplayed or underplayed, but it's his general area. And I know I hate when people are vague, but unfortunately, being vague here is the only thing we have, because you'd have to be foolish in order to say, oh, this is what's going to happen in this case, because no one really in reality knows. And then notice this is kind of the NAM model, so I can have this whole picture of the United States. So again, the showers today, again, you can see mainly confined to the areas that the Storm Prediction Center has outlined, but definitely a few to the north could be popping up across the northeast. Obviously, the tropical system towards the south, and look how slow it moves. It's barely moving, and the amount of rain they could take is not much more with the rains they've been having. So it's better get out of there quicker. But again, you notice that tomorrow also some showers popping up, but according late at night or late in the evening. But according to this model, it's further east than what the model I was just showing you was. And then you could see it starts showing that Sunday system in a similar fashion that the other model did, but there are some subtle differences. More of a developed cold front early on, and they all do show a very powerful cold front later on in the kind of the beginning of part of the work week across the East Coast. So that is definitely something we'll have to keep an eye on for. Let's take a look at some global models, not high-res models, but maybe something that's more suitable for like the long-range pattern. So again, like you could see, the European does show some activity into tonight. Again, pretty random. I think it's hard to predict this stuff, but this general area will be seeing some showers and storms, and where this is outlined, they could be severe. Notice the tropical system, the European, keeps it much more well organized. Definitely much stronger in terms of winds. And we have that Sunday system, the European, favors it a bit further towards the north than the other models, but nonetheless, it does show it. So at least they're agreeing in that sense. And notice that this tropical disturbance, right, tropical storm or depression, I don't know exactly what it is. I haven't kept up to date with it. It gets pretty close to the northeast. Look at that. Potentially could affect extreme portions of Nantucket, Cape Cod, and eventually does push into Canada, but it's much weaker at that point in terms of its heavy rain potential. But notice, look at that cold front of severe weather just developing across the south, literally stretching from Canada all the way to Mexico, even portions probably of Central America. So yeah, a massive cold front, probably a lot of severe weather with that. This is into Tuesday and Wednesday. After that, much cooler air, so the environment's more stable. That doesn't last for long. Notice we start seeing little clusters and showers tear through, and look at that. An explosive event potentially again on Friday, and another conglomerate of precipitation kind of moves through in a similar fashion. So many chances of severe weather, many chances of rain, many chances for the forecast to be wrong or right, and just many chances for you to get soaked on. Again, this is what the European model predicts. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few random storms, pop up even in areas that aren't favored right now. Maybe the plains, maybe the South Dakota area. It's just too far out to show 240 hours and be like, yeah, you won't get any rain here. Again, it changes pretty much by the hour at this point. Not even by the day or by the model run. It's by the hour with this type of stuff. It's not like a snowstorm. That's more predictable. The Canadian model, let me just show you through its precipitation forecast again, obviously favoring the eastern United States. But again, anywhere east of the Rockies, you have a good chance, and even portions of the Rockies, with the shower activity that we're seeing, like today, could pick up decent amounts of rain. Again, no drought buster, unfortunately, but at least maybe to keep things flowing for a bit longer. Those folks are just toughening out really bad over there. It's unprecedented conditions there. So yeah, unfortunately, but at least the Midwest will be getting the drought relief, but they are nowhere near as kind of hit by the drought as the West. And notice this is what the NAM 3KM Kanye West shows. Let's go to the more updated model one. Again, notice most areas, this one keeps it a bit further to the south than say some models, but again, showers and storms could be across many areas. It just depends kind of on where they set up, and again, that's pretty random. Unfortunately, so you can't predict it too well. But notice that tropical storm does make its way up. Some of those amounts, especially by the Louisiana Delta, the Mississippi Delta, I should say, we're approaching the double digits potentially. And then notice another wave of storms onto that Sunday timeline. So yeah, many locations, especially if you get under those several storms, one on top of another, 5-6 inches of rain possible. That's why flash flooding is also a concern. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. Honestly, that's just the best way to put it. I could show you the RAP model, which goes out to 51 hours every 6 hours, and we're actually on that hour right now where it does go out that far. Let's see what it shows in terms of reflectivity. So this is today at 7. Notice they're starting to pop up. The thunderstorms, they get stronger into the overnight. We start seeing some cells across central Wisconsin. We have that tropical moisture just plummeting, or just fueling towards the north. Yeah, that's not really good way to put it. Just going towards the north. And notice even some showers getting to northern Illinois. Again, some models don't show that, some models do. Each model has a different arrangement. Notice a lot of these showers potentially pushing into Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, into Detroit. Again, the RAP keeps some of these showers a bit more towards the north, but definitely does have that severe weather threat. Again, it's underplayed. This doesn't look like thunderstorms, but this is kind of what the model shows has when it means thunderstorms. And notice a bit of a break, right? But notice that into Saturday, Sunday. Look at that, a cluster of obviously showers, storms, a lot of events into Sunday, and again, quite a bit of heavy rain with that. Notice that tropical system, according to this model, falls apart, but it continues a moisture flow onto the U.S., so that does bring continued precipitation, which is probably, again, the biggest threat with this. And to the north, we do see some generous precip amounts as well. Okay, so that's what this model shows. I'm pretty much running out of models to show you. I just wanted to show you as many as possible. This is what the new model of the GFS shows through 189 hours, which is as far out as it goes. Notice generous amounts, and I could actually just show you how it plays things out just through. You can see these are the days. So Saturday right into today, that severe weather threat. Notice it does favor a bit of shower activity early tomorrow across Wisconsin, Illinois, which some models don't. Most models show this weather. Some models don't show that. So that's kind of an area of, again, concern or uncertainty. And then I notice it continues throughout the day, kind of these training of these storms. And then into Sunday, we see that event going on again. Could be quite a bit of severe weather there. Monday, Tuesday, look at that large cold front and very, very chilly here. But that doesn't last long. Notice again, by Wednesday, more showers and storms across Iowa, the central, northern United States. I mean, everywhere. So many clusters. Look at this. Friday, just very, very large. These thunderstorms popping across the northern plains, shifts to the south. So yeah, a lot of activity to say the least, and I guess that's good. You know, it's gonna bring rain. Unfortunately, that could bring damage. So stay safe, everyone. Stay cool. It also will be very warm today for my location. It's the hottest day of the year. And that's kind of what fuels these severe weather events. So notice each day it's a changing. On Sunday, this is what they show marginal across kind of the central U.S. But again, they will be updating that as they get more confidence, which again, it's very hard to get confidence when something is so explosive and dynamic in nature. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you all guys in the next episode. Stay safe. See ya.